Hello, world. Now let's begin to study director. Before we studying lessons, we are very glad to hear that the Intel Corporation CPU type is Core 12. It's a very strong CPU in the history. Now go back. Let's include the necessary head file. Two file direct period H D3D. This file is correctly compiled on the Visual Studio C 6 period 0. You know why we use static library to using DirectX? Why? Do you know why? Because if we use this API directly in our program, there are many errors in that. A lot of definition is duplicated. That's why. Number include the direct period. Number include D3D RM win period each. If you compare until Visual Studio 2020, they must have some mistakes. Don't worry, we have resolved it. Let's add it to source code. Let's include a function structure. You can here we add the function at the bottom of the number and if. Add direct draw surface asterisk DDL. DD means direct draw. DD load the bitmap. I direct draw asterisk PDD, a pointer to the surface. LPCSTR, a pointer to constant string. SZ, bitmap. You know, bitmap is LPCSTR. Int dx, int dy. Now let's add the 4 local variables. It's very familiar. bitmap, HBBM, bitmap, BM, DD surface, DD surface, DSC, DDSD, DDS align. I direct your surface. Asterisk PDDS. A blank. Let's go on. A single line with 2 if structure with a blank. And to keep a blank, HBM equal bitmap load image get module handle none. Get module handle none. Load image. SZ bitmap, pay attention. We don't use make into resource because this macro change into string. So bitmap is named after a string, not id or int. So we can call it directly. Image underline bitmap dx dy lr underline create dib section. DXB means device independent bitmap. If HBM equal no, that's false. HBM equal HBitmap load image no. SZ bitmap image underline bitmap. We try use another function load image, not load bitmap. This function is not dd. Load bitmap is load image. We use API directly. Load bitmap dx dy load from file. You can see we don't load bitmap from our executive file and load directly from file or create dib section. The second if structure, if HBM equal no, we try twice. return now. That means it's far to load the bitmap. Seven lines to continue with a blank. It's very familiar for us to use this calling. A blank get object HBM. You can copy and paste. Now we don't use our own IDE to edit, so you can open another IDE to edit the source code and copy and paste. It's so easy for you. Size of BMO ampersand BMO. Zero memory ampersand DDSD. Size of DDSD period DW size equal size of DDSD period DW flex equal DDSD underline caps or DDSD underline height or DDSD underline width. DDSD period DDS caps period DW caps equals DDS caps underline off screen plane off screen plane DDSD period DW wise equal BM period BM wise DDSD period DW height equals BM period BM height. If structure with a blank and 3 lines. Blank. If PDD point to create surface, create surface is a surface. Ampersand DDSD ampersand PDDS. No. Exclamation mark equal DD underline OK. Return no. Pay attention, there's a blank. DD copy direct draw copy bitmap DD copy bitmap PDDS HBM 000000. Delete object. It's very important for us to use this function to release our GDI object. So delete object HBM return PDDS. Repeat our static library. One errors it. Delete copy bitmap. There's error. Don't worry, let's go on. Ladies and gentlemen, see you later.